Hello students, I hope you have seen the video which was posted on Monday and have understood the topics which were taught on that day. Now we are going to start with a new topic that is called rusting of iron. Rusting, you all are very well familiar with this word rusting. In class 6 also we have learned that rusting is a chemical change. But what is rusting? Rusting क्या होता है? कॉमन लैंग्वेज में हम इसको कहते हैं जंग लगना. जब मैं बोलूँगी जंग लगना तो आपको बहुत अच्छे से समझ आएगा कि ये जंग लगना क्या होता है. So what is rusting? It is the process of formation of a reddish brown substance on an iron article in the presence of air and moisture. What happens when we leave any iron article outside in the presence of air and moisture for some days? So a reddish brown substance start depositing on it. That reddish brown substance is called a rust, and this process of forming rust on the iron article is called rusting. What happens बच्चे, जब आप किसी आयरन की चीज़ को बाहर ओपन में रखते हो एंड उसके ऊपर एयर एंड मॉइस्चर अटैक करता है, आफ्टर फ्यू डेज, आफ्टर 5, 6, 10 और मे बी 15 डेज आप उसके ऊपर एक रेडिश ब्राउन कलर का मटीरियल डिपॉजिटेड देखते हो. दैट रेडिश ब्राउन मटीरियल इज कॉल्ड रस्ट. उसको हम रस्ट कहते हैं एंड दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड रस्टिंग. You can do an activity. What you can do is you can take a nail, a fresh iron nail. आप एक लोहे की nail लो and keep it outside. Keep it outside or take some tap water and put that iron nail in the water for few days. After few days you will find a reddish brown or a rust deposited on that iron nail. This process is called rusting. इसको हम rusting कहते हैं. Now what are the conditions which are necessary for rusting? Air and moisture. Air and moisture are the two conditions which are necessary for the process of rusting that has to take place. If you will keep an article in the air, but if the moisture will not be there, air अगर बिल्कुल dry होगी and if moisture will not be there, your iron nail will not get rust. And if you will only provide moisture and air will not be there, then also rusting will not take place. So for the formation of rust, air and moisture are the necessary things which should be there. What happens बच्चे? See an example. When you keep your bicycle outside, if you left your bicycle outside for few days, what you find? You find rust on the mudguards of your bicycle or rust on the chain of your bicycle. So that destroys or spoil our bicycle. So there should be some ways by which we can prevent the method of rusting. What are that ways by which we can prevent the rusting? So here are few methods by which we can prevent rusting. Number 1 is coating with paint. You must have seen our parents whenever we make a new house or whenever we bring a new gate or grills, we used to paint them with some paint. Why do we paint them? We paint the iron article to prevent them from being rusting. So painting is a very important method by which we can prevent our iron articles to being rusted. The next method is the coating with grease. When we put grease on the iron articles, then also the iron articles does not come in direct contact with air and moisture, and in this way they can prevent them from being rusted. Next very important method is the galvanization. What is galvanization? Galvanization is the method in which a layer of zinc is a metal, a layer of zinc is deposited on the iron. Again, why do we do this? We deposit the layer of zinc on iron to prevent it from rusting. Another method is to make alloys. What are alloys? Alloys are the things that we get when we mix a metal with a metal or a metal with a non-metal. Mixing of a metal with a metal or a metal with a non-metal to make good substances that are rust proof, That method is called alloying. Like stainless steel, we use the utensils at our homes which are made up of stainless steel, and you have seen that they never get rusted. Why? Because it is not a metal or a non-metal. They are alloys which are made by mixing a metal with a metal or a non-metal. So these are the four methods by which we can prevent rusting. They are coating with paints. All of you have seen this thing at your homes. Coating with grease. You many times you apply grease on your cycle chains also to prevent them from being rusted. Galvanization, to put a layer of zinc on iron articles, and alloying is to mixing of metal with a metal or a non-metal to get a better substance which is rust proof. Our next topic is crystallization. What is crystallization? It is the solidification of atoms or molecules in a crystal into a crystal. Like on Friday, I'll send you a video in which I will show you how to make the crystals, because it is a process which cannot be explained now here. I'll explain it to you through a video. Students, you have heard the teachers many times that we use the word chemical changes or the chemical equations. What are chemical equations? Chemical equations actually are the chemical changes which are written in scientific form. When we want to show a chemical change, we write it in a form of equation which is called a chemical equation. Now I am going to show you how we write the chemical equation. First of all, take the example of rusting. As I told you, for rusting to take place, an iron substance need to be kept in air and moisture. So, what is the symbol for iron? Fe. Here I have written, first of all, just see, iron when combines with water and oxygen, rust is formed. Now I am going to show this in an equation form. When iron, Fe, the symbol for iron is Fe. When iron combines with water, you know the formula of water is H2O and oxygen O2. So when Fe plus H2O plus oxygen, they combine, they form rust. It is a reddish brown substance which get deposited on the iron article, and the formula of rust is Fe2O3.xH2O. This is the formula of rust. This is how we represent a chemical change, because rusting is a chemical change. When iron reacts with water and oxygen, it forms a reddish brown substance. So it is a chemical change, and it is an irreversible change, because once the rust get deposited on the iron thing, you cannot get back shining of that iron thing back. Next example, burning of coal. We know what is coal. Coal contains carbon. So the symbol for carbon is C. When carbon combines with oxygen, you know the formula of oxygen is O2. So when carbon combines with oxygen, it produces carbon dioxide, and CO2 is the formula for carbon dioxide. Burning of magnesium. Magnesium is again a metal. When magnesium, you know bache, for anything to burn, anything that burns, they burn in the presence of oxygen. So when magnesium ribbon burns, it burns with a dazzling white flame. When magnesium burns, symbol for magnesium is Mg. When magnesium burns with oxygen O2, it forms magnesium oxide, and the formula of magnesium oxide is MgO. Take another example. When zinc is a metal, reacts with hydrochloric acid. It's a very common acid, hydrochloric acid. The formula for hydrochloric acid is HCl, because it is formed by the combination of hydrogen and chlorine. H for hydrogen, Cl is chlorine, and zinc is Zn. So when zinc combines with hydrochloric acid, zinc chloride ZnCl2 is formed, and hydrogen gas is evolved. You can see this arrow showing upward. That means hydrogen gas is evolved. Photosynthesis, a very common example. In your previous class also you have studied about the photosynthesis. How can we show the process of photosynthesis through chemical equation? Children, you know, during photosynthesis, when carbon and hydrogen combines in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, they prepare food. So, the formula of carbon dioxide is CO2, formula of water is H2O. When CO2 and H2O combines, it gives food. The formula for this food or glucose is C6H12O6. That means in glucose, 6 atoms of carbon, 12 atoms of hydrogen and 6 atoms of oxygen are present, and oxygen gas is released, which is used by the human beings. So students, this is how we can show all the chemical changes in the form of chemical equations. Students, I hope you have understood all these topics. Now for the crystallization, I'll upload the video on Friday. Please see the video, try to write these equations of your own, practice these equations, see the videos, read the PDFs, and I'll send you the assignment on Friday. Bye, take care.